We should have like a NASA countdown.
All right, folks. Hello and welcome to the Launcher live stream, the first Launcher live stream. And what a sight it is. What a sound it is. Is there anything more heartwarming than the sound of meat cooking over the fire, of friends in the server and on video? I'm getting ahead of myself. We're Launcher, the Washington Post's video game and esports vertical. My name's Mikhail Klimentov. I'm an editor on the site. With me in the server right now is Shannon Lau, a reporter for Launcher. Shannon, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, thanks, Mikhail. Yeah, I'm Shannon. I cover video games. I just joined Launcher in February, and I'm really excited to be here and play some Valheim.
Rad. Also with us, we have two wonderful guests. Mike Hume, the editor of Launcher. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Mike. As Mikhail mentioned, I am the editor of Launcher. So I've been working on the Launcher initiative, if you will, since probably about 2017. Gene and I go way back to the very beginnings of this little venture. So thrilled to finally get this little live stream off the ground here. It's been a while in the making.
Cool. And speaking of Gene, last but not least, we have Gene Park with us. Gene, why don't you say hello?
Good evening, gamers. I'm Gene Park. I'm a reporter for the Washington Post and at Launcher. Pardon the lack of energy in my voice. I was up till 5 a.m. watching Justice League. And I wanted to get at least 2 hours in, which I did. I did 2 hours of damage on the 4-hour movie. I really enjoyed it. I actually remembered quite a bit of it. I was late to the morning meeting because I was sleeping. So that's been my day, and I'm looking forward to finishing the movie once we get done with work, basically.
That's perfectly fair. I hope you report back on how the movie was when you're done with it. Promising sign that 2 hours in, you're enjoying it.
It's really, really good. I love it. And I hated the original Justice League movie. I hated, I despised it so much with all of my... Like, I think about the movie to, like, make myself angry. Like, before Rise of Skywalker, I used to think about Justice League as the worst, like, pop culture phenomenon movie I've ever seen. And then, like, within, like, the first 30 minutes, I was like, this is immediately a much, much better movie. Like, this feels like a full movie, you know? It's wild.
We're definitely getting off track here a tiny bit, but it is... I have maybe kind of a weird confession to make. When I watched Suicide Squad, and then shortly after, whenever it came out, when I watched Batman vs. Superman, saw them both in theaters, enjoyed them both. Enjoyed both. Did not like Justice League.
Yeah.
There I am on pace with you. I think on the other two movies we probably disagree. But anyways... We are to get back into the spirit of what's happening.
No, but
okay, come back.
I actually don't hate Suicide Squad though. I actually thought Suicide Squad was a better superhero movie than Whedon's Justice League.
Oh my god,
I think that's true.
Suicide Squad
At
too,
least it had like actual character arcs. You know, they weren't great, but you know they were there. You know.
Shannon, what's your take?
Yeah, I liked Suicide Squad, and whenever I said this, people at The Verge would really question me.
Yeah.
So it's not a very popular opinion, but I didn't like Batman vs. Superman. That was a terrible movie.
Yes,
well, this is really
strong agree.
This is kind of, I think, our spirit of radicalism when it comes to films and assessing films is very much in touch with the Washington Post's whole vibe, being kind of radically out of step with the mainstream, being like completely different, having a totally non-orthodox point of view. And I think we're going to keep that vibe up throughout this stream. And also, speaking of the stream, Shannon and I are playing Valheim right now. Hi, Shannon.
Hey, what's up? I look like maybe old grandma with this outfit, but
It's a good vibe. Who was the grandmother you told me about when we were first testing the stream that you are supposedly styled after right now?
Yes. Okay, so I am dressed as Stregonona, the Italian grandma from children's books. I don't know if anybody on the stream has ever read Stregonona, but it's iconic. Yeah, it's about this magical old grandma who has a magic pot that can spawn endless pasta. And then this guy is like, I'm really hungry, so when you're out of town, I'm gonna go and steal your pot and use it. And then it spawns all this pasta that just overwhelms the entire town. And then they don't know how to stop the pasta. Finally, Stregonona comes home and she's like, okay, I see there, you were a little greedy, but I'll help you out.
What is the moral lesson of that tale? Because it's not immediately clear from your retelling. What's the takeaway supposed to be?
When you eat really delicious pasta, you want more, but you should stop yourself.
Yeah, carbs are bad. That's the moral.
All right, well, I'm gonna tuck in for the night in Valheim. We're gonna get some Z's in. For context, this is my single player save. I've invited Shannon in. We are now sharing materials, sharing tools, and so on. We're gonna go on some adventures. I think. Let me think about what kind of itinerary we should go on here. As it says on the screen, we're in day 49 of this file, which is still pretty early game, I think. This is a pretty basic, straightforward base. Have a forge with some upgrades, a crafting bench, have this portal that'll take me, or take us to the next zone, if we want to go there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you've already gone.
And off you go.
Colin Pope in the chat, Gene, asking, does it mean it was 3 a.m. and you started watching a 4-hour movie at that point?
Yeah. I tweeted last night. It was 2:59 a.m. and I was like, I'm still awake, so let's do this. I might as well, you know.
That's
And
that is a
and the next minute I booted up HBO Max, which I just subscribed to 2 days ago, and it was right there, and I was like, let's do this.
I feel like there are better reasons to be subscribed to HBO Max. This stream is not sponsored in any form by HBO Max, but there's The Sopranos, there's Search Party, there's The Wire, exactly, which I have not seen.
Game of Thrones, I've heard a lot of good things about that show. Game of
Thrones. Yes.
Not the last season. Please don't watch it.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Westworld, and then I felt like season 2 ended really well, and I was like, I don't want the story to continue. And then they continued it to a completely different format, and I haven't watched it, and I've heard like mixed reviews on it, so that's why I'm like,
I'm totally with you, Gene. Yeah, season 3 Beyond is pain.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I gave up on it after about 6 episodes. It started really interesting. I was like, oh, this could be cool. Where's it going? Oh, it's on episode 6. I'm out.
Like, it feels like that it was a mistake to leave the original premise of the show of an open world like virtual world like Valheim here, you know. I think that premise is still exciting, and they didn't really. Well, I don't know if you can really explore that much, but it was a lot more fun than what I think they're doing now. So
yeah, no, I mean, getting to one of your favorite topics, Gene. I mean, it really was the metaverse, made real. Like it was the real verse, I guess, but it was like incorporating elements of gamification and all that stuff. I thought it was a really fascinating concept when they first launched the series. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about Westworld every time I play open world games now. Like how is this like Westworld? But I feel like Bethesda games are probably the closest thing to them. Like Fallout and Skyrim, which Valheim is obviously very, very inspired by, thanks to its heavily Norse. Mikhail, how Norse is this game?
Oh boy. Well, drawing upon my expertise in Nordic scholarship, I would say it's pretty Nordic. I mean, I actually don't really have a leg to stand on there. I don't have a clear sense of how Nordic it is.
Are there cross-country skis? What about ski jumps?
No, not that I've seen, and I don't think any update is going to be introducing skis.
Disappointing.
So, all Vikings, they're big trolls. In a lot of ways, it does resemble contemporary Norway. Woods all over the place, big blue vicious trolls wandering around. In a sense, it is quite Nordic, but don't have much comment beyond that. Bijan in the chat, how's it launching? This was actually I know that is a joke and a pun, but one question that came up while we were developing the stream, what do we call our fans? I am partial to launchies. That hold on, sorry. And before we get into that, Shannon, you have absolutely destroyed this copper with arrows.
Yeah, I realized belatedly that I'm wasting arrows because it does 0 damage.
No, it does nothing. Have you fought the first boss of the game?
No, I haven't.
So let's go back, let's actually venture back to my home base. We'll make you a pickaxe, and then you can partake in the smashing of rocks.
Okay, yeah.
I think I have more antler, like god antlers to turn into a pickaxe that you can use. So.
Okay, I guess that's how. Yeah, that's probably why I wasn't doing any damage.
But anyways, back to the important question of the day. Mike, Gene, Shannon, what are we calling our fans?
Well, we're gonna call our fans like Bijan and Gabriel and Sunglasses Cat, my old buddy. I like Launch Crew.
I like that too.
Mike said that Launch
Squad.
Launch Crew is pretty, inclusive and on brand, I guess. Launchologists, launch hairs. Yeah, launch hairs.
Launch hairs. I like that.
Yeah.
Launchers.
What? You sit on a chair. I am against this. I
like launchers only because it reminds me of the old Neo Geo game Metal Slug.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Yeah. It's the old side-scroller Contra type shooter. And then when you get the rocket launcher, the Japanese announcer gets rocket launcher. So that's what I think of when I think about lawn chairs, Mr. Jozaro. So,
Shannon, how's your health looking? Because we can go fight a big troll right now if you want.
I have 26 HP.
Okay, let me give you some food.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Well, you guys are eating and getting healthy there. Joe, I don't know if there's a way to throw a poll in the chat, but I'm definitely curious to hear what our fans want to be known as collectively. Like, let's give them a voice in all this. Give them some options there, maybe. I don't know if it's possible. If not, we can throw it on Twitter. I'll do that in a second. Put it on our Twitter account.
You can ask them to spam it like this is a Twitch chat or something. Just keep
do
spamming
that.
it. But launchies, I think it sounds more like punchies, so that's why I was like,
That's fair. Shannon, I dropped you some potions. You can use that to heal.
Okay, I have
Let's
no more space to throw something.
hey, there's that troll.
Yeah, let's fight the hater. I'm
That's
ready to
cool.
take this guy down. What is this? Oh.
All right. So, what is the benefit, Mikhail, on fighting and Shannon about fighting people? Like what is the gameplay loop here? Like, are you collecting, crafting? What's the loop here look like?
So
I'm new to Valheim. I haven't played Valheim at all. I do own it, but I haven't booted it up yet. So
You should join us. Yeah.
yeah.
It's we're just collecting resources. It's like Terraria or Minecraft. You collect resources and then you fight. Okay,
So this guy drops loot that is kind of useful for armor early in the game. Watch out, Shannon.
I'm okay.
He looks
He's
awesome.
also, I think, the game's first formidable boss.
Yeah.
You see this guy. You see this guy in the early game, and if you don't really know how to fight him, if you don't know his patterns, it'll probably be a pretty harrowing first fight. Shannon and I are kind of lucky because we're 2 against 1 here. We both know to sort of shoot the arrow, fall back, shoot the arrow, fall back, kiting, as it is apparently known.
I'm out of arrow. No.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So here's how we're gonna approach this. Shannon, you.
To melee.
Okay, never mind. He is okay. He's aggroed on you. I'm gonna try and get his ass right now.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't work.
Oh, he didn't do that much damage.
This game looks
That didn't work
awesome.
at all.
I should
Man.
play this game right now too.
Okay, well we lost Shannon.
Oh no!
Oh, there you
Shannon
go.
is.
I was
Uh-oh.
like, he didn't do much damage to me. I can totally tank him and then kill.
Nope.
Alright.
Yeah. So
Wow.
even now, like I am in this save, my character is pretty low tier. in terms of armor, in terms of weaponry. So this is a pretty challenging fight, and I don't want to let him anywhere near my house. I'm kind of making a mistake by backing up
He did like a
towards
little
the house.
anime pose right there too, like
Yeah.
and that he's just dabbing on you, Mikhail.
That's right. Yeah, the developers, when
look at
Shannon
him.
and I talked to him, he said that Dark Souls was a big inspiration for the enemies here, and I sort of understand it in terms of like telegraphable moves that you have to play around and sort of understand. At a certain point, you learn about parrying. That becomes pretty important.
And it's just very
Yeah,
and you
very
can
very telegraphical moves. You can
Yeah.
tell which direction they're going to be swinging in, so you can jump or dodge in a certain way.
Oh,
A lot
this
of
is not good.
a lot of big animations to telegraph that. Ooh,
Okay,
headshot! Look at that blood.
hope you're
Whoa.
surviving out there. I'm just gonna make
Was that blood or like magic energy? I can't tell.
I think it was at first it was blood, then the poof was magic energy.
Yeah.
But anyways, what we got out of that was a bunch of troll hide. He drops a bit of gold. I think he drops some other stuff in other instances. If you kill a higher level troll, they sometimes drop troll heads, which are these kind of massive hangable items that you can put around your base. What is this?
It feels like Breath of the Wild almost, if anything. Well, I mean, I'm sorry to be like do the journalism trope of like, you know, I see lots of grass, so it looks like Breath of the Wild. But
People have said that before.
but it does seem like that. Like well, also like you're also fighting big trolls, and then they explode into magic dust, and you collect their
Yeah.
bones and stuff like that too. You know.
All right, Shannon, I'm stunting on your corpse here.
Okay,
You can come back and collect your stuff whenever you're ready.
Yep. I just have a lot more arrows than her, so.
Yeah. So to explain the loop, it's actually pretty slow and deliberate. I have a hard time talking about the loop of the game without talking about it in its very general context. I've gotten pretty far into this game on another save, but there are points at which you just kind of almost want to stop and keep doing what you're doing. The progression is not relentless. There's a lot of like, okay, I have unlocked this kind of building. I've unlocked, you know, this vector of crafting. I've unlocked, you know, creating farms. And I'm going to slowly develop the farm that I'm working on. And there's no real rush to beat the game. It all happens at a pretty measured pace.
Is there an end game? Is there a defeat Ganon or you own all the real estate in Animal Crossing type of thing? Like Animal Crossing has an end game too, right? Where like you get 4 stars for your island, and then like you beat the game and you just keep playing.
So
is there like an end game? Like note
on the map here. Let me see if I can pull this up. On the map, the first place that you spawn, I'm going to circle it here on the screen, is this collection of rune stones. And each of those rune stones corresponds with a boss in the game. In that sense, this game is a lot more structured than something like Minecraft, which it resembles in some ways. You have bosses, and those bosses feed into your progression. You have to fight the first boss in order to get... It's a big deer that shoots lightning, and when you kill it, it drops its antlers, and you can make a pickaxe. And then you can use that pickaxe to mine copper, bronze, tin, and so on. Not bronze, copper, tin, iron. And you'll find the next boss, and that gives you another piece of equipment that helps you along on your path. So a lot of things are kind of gated by things you unlock. This is not the sort of game, I don't think, that's like Breath of the Wild, in the sense that the promise of Breath of the Wild right from the start was you can technically jump off of that kind of starting plateau and go and fight Ganon. You might have a hard time, but you can theoretically do that. That is not really true in this game. There are like mountains you can't scale until you've, I don't know, gotten a frost resistance potion and so on. So that's kind of the structure and the loop in my mind.
And are you prompted in any direction? Are you ever told, like, go to this part of the map and perform this quest? Or is it very much wander around until you find stuff?
Ooh, Shannon, do you want to take this one?
Yeah. So there's a tutorial. You just sort of start off and then you're almost naked and you walk around looking for what you should do, and you start crafting weapons based off resources that you collect, and then you get more recipes, and like you kind of learn how to make more weapons as you go along. And at the same time, there's a crow, or is it a raven, that shows up, and
Oh yeah, it's a raven.
Yeah.
Very Norse. That is very Norse. Okay.
raven is giving you.
Have any of you guys played Conan? We got a question from chat from person Jozaro. How does this compare to Conan? I haven't played Conan.
I have not played Conan.
I
I
heard
have
it was
no
good.
conception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was the thing. Yeah, it seemed like one of those kind of sleeper hits that a lot of people seem to really gravitate towards. I just never. got a
Yeah. I
chance to
think a
play
lot
it.
of people just ignored it because it was Conan, and it's like, oh, this is actually a really good game.
Somebody in the chat is saying I look like Slimesicle, and I don't know what that means, but I don't love the sound of it.
They said they meant it as a compliment. Let me Google it real quick.
I hope so. I feel like you're just going to find like.
yeah, that's a
Oh
compliment.
no.
No, that's a
Okay.
compliment. Yeah. No,
I'll have to Google.
He's a Minecraft YouTuber.
There you go.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, he's okay. So he's not calling you like
Oh.
you look like slime. Okay,
He's
got it.
not calling me
Yeah,
like
yeah.
A slime
sentient
sickle.
goo.
The
Yeah.
slime sickle.
Yeah, you just look like
That's
a guy
right.
named Slimesicle, which
Okay.
who looks like a normal guy, so that's fine.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you look normal. That's all right. Yeah, I'll take it.
So
Awesome.
That's a
thank
win.
you, Comedy is Cool Television, for on behalf of Mikhail for
That's right.
calling him Slimesicle.
Shannon, how are you doing in terms of loot and armor and so on? Are you ready to? Oh wait, did we get you a pickaxe? I don't know if we got you a pickaxe ultimately.
I don't think so.
Let's get you that pickaxe.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, I realized earlier I walked over here. I could have just over here.
How was your walk?
Get the cardio in there.
Peaceful?
It was good. I explored more of your land that I had before. Okay.
Nice. Let me find the antlers. They're somewhere here. There
So
we
this
go.
house that you have, Mikhail, do you have
Yeah.
like, okay, here's my thing about survival games. I
Mhm.
don't like building things all the time. Like, did you have to build that house?
So it started.
I heard you can just find houses and then turn them into fixer uppers, which actually sounds super cool.
So yes, to an extent. When I found
Mhm.
this house, it did not look anything like this. It
Mhm.
was much smaller. Let me see if I can find another. I don't think there are any other examples of houses like this around me. There was one somewhere by the shore over here, but you can find kind of derelict structures around,
Mhm.
and you can kind of patch them up, build a roof, and so on, and kind of make them your home. Eventually,
like
though,
that. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
eventually though, I realized that there just wasn't enough space for everything I was trying to do. There's certain things you need to retrofit to fit the constraints of the game. You need to sleep by a fire, for example. The
Hmm.
fire needs to be not covered because then it'll smoke up your whole house. You need to have a crafting bench or this workbench nearby. There are a lot of kind of rules that fit together that you sort of need to abide by when you're playing this game.
Is that all trial and error that you figured that out, or is there like you can't place the bed someplace?
It's the latter. The game
Okay.
doesn't do a super good job of explaining things, but on that front, like it'll just tell you, like, you can't sleep because there's not a fire nearby. You can't do this other thing because some other requirement isn't met. And that's kind of how the game progresses.
How does
Yeah.
hunger work here? As I understand it, you don't need to eat, but eating gives you bonuses.
Hunger works very annoyingly.
God.
You have this bar of health in the lower left corner. That is your health bar, and that is governed by how much food you've eaten recently. And it also fluctuates based on what kinds of foods you're eating. If you're eating, hearty pies, if you're eating, succulent meats, then your bar fills up substantially. You get in the hundreds, you get a pretty big health bar. If you're eating berries, mushrooms, and so on, your bar is going to remain pretty limited. And so that's a part of the crafting progression. Over time, you develop better ways of crafting, or cooking rather. You develop, meads and potions that can. Oh my God, Shannon,
You're on fire.
Uh,
Oh my God.
we've
Okay.
got like honeybees here, for example.
I like
that
this
make
idea of
honey for
Mikhail
us.
like showing us around his apartment. And he's like, I've got meads. I got a brewery here. I've got a got my game room. Shannon, you're on fire, by the way. And then over here.
Oh my god. Yeah, if you
Oh,
stepped
God.
on now you're on
Oh,
fire.
now you're on fire.
Yeah, this is all right. It's not so bad.
Get some
It
aloe
could-
on that.
The,
That'd be
the
good.
damage could be worse.
Did you
Sorry,
get-
Shannon. I yoinked your
Oh, you
beats.
yoinked my meat. Okay, I was like, what is this?
No, I
Another
grabbed
day at
it.
the Klimentov household.
No, come on. Yeah, let me give this to you. I don't want to take this away from you.
My cat's on stream now too. Hi, Jack.
Oh, hi, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Oh, great.
All right. It's about to become nighttime again, so let's take another nap in Grev's zone. I find that maybe if you don't like building, the constraints of the game might be a bit annoying. Even as someone who likes building, frankly, some of the things about building in this game I find really annoying. There's not a great way to make windows, for example, with the tiles that you're given, because all of the building tiles so far, all of the wooden building tiles are, how to put this, they have unique sides. So there is a side, if you look here, that has these wooden planks that go across these beams, and then there's a side that's totally plain, that has nothing on it. And a lot of times, if you're trying to build a window, these planks are not going to line up in the way that you want. So you have to come up with all sorts of weird workarounds to make things look right. It ends up in like a weird, kind of less than optimal looking home in a lot of cases. Jen, let's go back to the, now that you have a, what's his face, a pickaxe, let's head back to the Black Forest where we were before.
Okay, cool. Also, did your HP just decrease? What is that?
It may have. Now it's back up. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
There are all sorts of kind of like interlocking systems that are not super important, but that kind of impact the game in marginal ways. If you're cold, you don't regenerate like health and stamina as quickly. If you're not rested, the same thing happens. If you are wet, if you're like under rain or you just swam a bunch, the same will be true. All of those kind of interact in interesting ways. Being around fire will help you dry out. All these kinds of like little minor things that add up. Oh, Shen, did you get your stuff back, by the way, from your crypt? Okay.
That was
Okay,
why I just over here.
Okay, gotcha.
Now you got me thinking about the new changes in Fortnite Season 6 right now, where they've introduced a new like actual crafting system for weapons. And it's a new layer of engagement and interactivity that I'm not sure I love. I'm not. I don't know if I hate it yet either, right? But then like you can tell by my questions that I hate a lot of micromanagement in terms of like getting hungry or whatever. So you know, like it's like in Warzone, like instead of picking up a really good gun, like you pick up a basic gun and then you have to go around and collect the materials you need to be able to upgrade your gun to different paths. But the cool thing though is that you can upgrade the gun to different paths, and each gun will have a different like you know, pretty simple metric that can make it better or worse. So you get like a basic shotgun and you can turn it into a primal shotgun that does like a 2-shot but with bigger spread, or you get the regular pump with like more narrow and it punches harder, but it's just a single shot each time. Or if you get the bow and arrow, which is a new weapon, you can upgrade it to 4 different types of bow and arrows, like a shock arrow, fire arrow, that kind of thing. So it's kind of cool. But then I also have to like go look around for animal bones and hunt animals to collect the stuff too. So
yeah, that's interesting. I question, like, I having not seen it, so this is a question more than a statement, but I always get super nervous. Like when I played Blackout, the Black Ops 4 Battle Royale mode, like you could basically manipulate your weapons and craft it into by putting different attachments on it, like going through people's backpacks. I always got so nervous because I was just like, in the heads-up interface, and I was like, all right, well, look, what scope do I want? What silencer do I want?
That's
Meanwhile,
right.
like my
You
team
always
is
get
out there
on-the-fly
dying.
customization. That's right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like you go to the little weapon stations in Warzone, and then you would like do that.
Oh, okay.
Except like I guess in Fortnite you can just do it in any menu. You just have to find like a quiet area and then try to like craft it or whatever.
Interesting. I'll have to watch some streams.
Yeah, I get stressed like looking for the stuff. Like oh, like maybe I'm doing pretty good, but oh, I see this boar, so I better go hunt it. But I'm gonna be shooting it, so people will hear me, and then I start getting stressed about that.
Right.
It doesn't feel like the game is like relaxing enough to be able to allow that kind of gameplay. But also it's also kind of an equalizer because everyone starts off with garbage weapons at first.
That
you
is
have to work your way
interesting.
up to it.
Is the map still the same size?
No, the map is completely different. It seems to be the same size, but they really changed. Like this is what I'm gonna have to write about. Like basically, this is just turning into a story. Just turning into a story meeting.
There we
But
go.
the map is completely different. There's a whole like where you find the animals is like within like the center. Like it kind of blows out or whatever, and like there's a whole bunch of like different changes in the map. It's kind of wild.
That's interesting.
So,
yeah, for those wondering, this is exactly what our story meetings are like, by the way. We just watch Mikhail play Valheim and then spitball ideas about Fortnite. This is exactly exactly how the sausage gets made.
What is this?
Shannon,
weird
this
circle?
what's up?
There's a weird circle that shows up when you're shooting arrows.
Oh, that's the arrows, like the bow and arrow is kind of annoying in this game. Honestly, it is overpowered, but it is also kind of a pain in the butt to use. You have to hold on to that for a really long time. The circle is basically the area of the margin of error. So if you want your arrow to actually hit, you need to wait for it to be drawn back. Like it takes a while for the arrow to actually reach its like maximum effective pull.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's what I was not doing. So cool. Good to know. Yeah, no, I got trapped at the bottom of like a bunch of rocks, and then there were just all these mobs on me. But
yeah, I was wondering about that. You were digging a hole straight down, and all of the mobs were falling into it with you. And I didn't want to say anything because it seemed like you had a plan, but
I thought I would. I wanted to hit them with the pickaxe, but when you click with the pickaxe, it just aims at the rock. So I was actually just digging further instead of.
The pickaxe does like no damage. It is, in that regard, it is not very useful.
Okay, good to know.
You see, the problem was we were talking about Fortnite. You started thinking about swinging the pickaxe. I get it.
That's right.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I was just like almost playing Fortnite.
Yeah, this is just everything is just Fortnite, or Fortnite is trying to become everything. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
I mean, it became Battle Royale first,
Yeah.
So, Gene, one other thing I wanted to ask you about today, because this is also sort of in the news with the Square Enix stream, Avengers, your favorite.
My favorite video game.
Video game of all time.
Square Enix did a very Nintendo Direct style event, and it seems like it was really targeted towards the Western market. It's being an older gamer myself and knowing the old school Enix and SquareSoft days, and knowing that they're famous for Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger. It's wild to see all of these like Western developers under the Square Enix flag. So it does seem like kind of like a flex for them in terms of like look at our market diversity.
Mm-hmm.
We have more than Final Fantasy. But they had Outriders, which is a looter shooter, which I haven't played yet. Shannon, have you played that yet?
So it's
demo?
not. Oh, the demo is what you're asking.
There's a demo out that, and apparently you can keep progress into the final game, which is really cool. So it almost makes me want to try that. But but back to Mike's original question, like I had to play Avengers today, which sucks because I'm looking at Valheim and I was like, I kind of want to try this instead of playing Avengers. But part of I guess the big reveal of today's Square Enix was Life is Strange, the third Life is Strange game, which looks kind of cool. I never was really into the series. We definitely miss Elise here because she was a big fan of that series. And then Outriders, which is their looter shooter from People Can Fly, and then Avengers. We got an Avengers update. I feel like they wasted a lot of our time in the Avengers segment because they showed Hawkeye,
Yeah.
which we've known was coming ever since before. First of all, we've known the Hawkeye was coming before the game even launched.
Yeah, it was pre-release, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was pre-release information, and here he comes 6 months later today. We spent like a good 3 minutes just watching Hawkeye gameplay, and it's like we can play this right now. Like this is not like the gameplay itself isn't really that exciting, and I probably wouldn't show it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks fun to play, and I'm excited to play him. But again, also as you pointed out in our chats, Mike, you know, he's also wearing a t-shirt and jeans, and it's like. If you're trying to get people to get into the Avengers and the pizzazz and wow whiz bang of the largest entertainment property today, then you might want to provide someone else better than a guy in a t-shirt and jeans with a bow and arrow. So
I mean, he literally looked like he was gonna roll down to the pub for a pint. And
I mean, I'm wearing the same thing. I'm wearing
exactly.
the same thing right now. You know.
Yeah, it's
Like,
superhero
I'm also
casual
wearing
Friday.
I'm also wearing my company shirt today. You know, that's what you're doing. You know. So it's funny to see Hawkeye wearing Hawkeye merch, like he's trying to promote his own brand, you know. And he also does this in the future because in this new story that they added today, Hawkeye is from the future and Maestro Hulk has taken over the world as a big bad person, and then you have to go stop him or something like that. It's really not that exciting, but it's a new area, which is a post-apocalyptic future, and I'm a little excited to explore that. But again, we can do that today. Like it's not the best thing we saw was Black Panther, which again was planned for a long time.
Right.
And with the unfortunate death of Chadwick Boseman a couple months ago, I don't even know how long ago that was. It feels like ages ago now.
Yeah, time is irrelevant right now.
Yeah, they decided to kind of hold that back, which is kind of why I was hoping if you're gonna show Black Panther today, I kind of was hoping for more, because you guys have been cooking Black Panther for a long time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And all we got was a little cinematic cutscene, a CGI cutscene.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, he looks great. They're gonna add a whole Wakanda expansion, which could be interesting. But I think, you know, this is like a preview for whatever I might write. Like Avengers isn't a live service game anymore. It's just a co-op game that you add chapters to play every few days, every few months. That's about it.
So, Mikhail, there's an absurd amount of text on the screen right now.
There sure is.
What does it say?
Is that what happens when you die? It's just you just
no.
You're
so
reading lore.
Yeah, around the world there are rune stones left around, and they give you little messages about the world, its inhabitants. A lot of the little dwarves that Shannon and I have been fighting are called gray dwarves, and the game just explains this is, if you want to dig into this is maybe kind of weird, but it's like, yeah, the gray dwarves are like murderers and freaks who have been their soul, which is full of sin, has been committed to the muck, and they've become these awful monsters. That's basically what it says, but there are a bunch of these scattered all over the map that give you different kinds of pieces of context. So at this stage, Shannon, I don't know about you, I am encumbered. My weight is 300 out of 300. I can't carry a single other thing.
What happens when you're over encumbered? Do you just start walking?
You look really sad. Hold on, actually, let me. You do genuinely. You look like a sad guy. Hold on.
Just do it to show. Oh man, that tree could have killed me. No, actually.
No, come on. Hold on. I need to actually pick up.
Oh, should we try?
Oh wait. There's a log right here. Stick right here. Branch. Okay.
You're carrying.
You're
the weight of the world.
You
were sweating
sad.
profusely.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm being hit by rocks.
It's raining, so that's water effects, right? Or is it
that's right.
Or does he sweat?
I think that's
awful.
sweat. Oh, yikes. So this is a poison gray dwarf. You just stop moving at a certain point.
Water.
I'm getting killed by these guys.
Yeah, I'm doing like an AoE attack. Oh god, I'm being poisoned. This is not good.
Whoa, what is this? Oh, whoa, it's in the
Whoa.
sky.
So you might have a healing potion that you might want to pop right now.
I'm okay. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try and knock these guys as far away as possible.
That's going well. But yeah, that rune that you were reading, the end of it was like, you should put these guys out of their misery. So I think that's what they were just trying to tell you. Is like,
Go forth and kill dwarves.
Yeah, basically.
These darn dirty dwarves.
Yeah. All right, so I am full up. I'm completely encumbered.
okay.
So I'm gonna head back to the base and drop off some stuff. The kind of loop that we are in right now is we're collecting. Let's see, what is it? Copper ore and tin ore, and you smelt that, and you can create all sorts of household appliances and whatnot, wall-mounted lights. But more importantly, you can create bronze weapons, bronze armor, bronze shields. You can create a better bow, I believe, better arrows. And that is kind of the next step in your progression. And there are, again, as with most things in this game, certain rules that govern how that works. You can't teleport with ores, for example. So, in this case, like, if I want to get...
You have to travel on foot with ores?
Exactly.
Wow.
If I want to get back to my main base, which is where my forge is, which is where my smelter is, all of that stuff, I either have to build an entirely new forge and smelter and so on, or I have to walk all the way there.
Wow.
So it really, that is where like the comparison to Minecraft falls apart. In Minecraft, you need a forge, you get how many? 8 pieces of cobblestone, create a furnace, and you're set to go. Easiest thing in the world. Here, if you want to create a new set of bronze armor for yourself, you either have to make a new forge or schlep all the way back to wherever your forge exists. So
That actually seems kind of fun, actually, though.
I baited.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually seems kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like how they double down on like, okay, you need to be immersed in this world.
Here is one of the derelict buildings I mentioned earlier, by the way. Like, I don't have stone building powers yet, but in theory, I could patch this up later in the game and create a little base here. Oh,
And these are all procedurally generated maps, so each server is a different map then, right?
That's right.
But then they have the same elements, just remixed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
That's
Shannon,
cool.
let's run. I'm avoiding these guys. I don't want to fight
I
them.
thought it was so
I
funny.
think I'm gonna play this game now. I think I'm updating it right now, and I want to play it right now.
It's fun.
Yeah, join
Shannon,
us.
sorry, what were you about to say?
Oh, I was just saying that they were chasing me, and I thought it was funny that I let them to you.
Oh. Yeah, so
They're so behind us.
okay, I'm just ignoring completely. Oh,
Oh goodness.
Keep living. We can just.
Mike, I
fuck,
guess the
I'm-
only bit of news right now that we got to talk about is Evo, right?
Oh yeah, man. I'm
So
sort of stunned by that.
yeah, so let me pull up the email real quick that we got for the press release and read it loud to the chat. Bedtime stories with Gene. Press
Do it in
release.
your most soothing voice, so we can wind down the
But,
stream, turn the lights
we
down
did
a little
hear
bit.
from the biz developer at Evo also did tweet that they're going to continue to have other platforms. I think the biggest question, so Evo, the fighting game competition, the esports group was purchased by Sony PlayStation, Sony Interactive Entertainment, and RTS, a new venture born out of Endeavor's esports business, announced today they have acquired the assets and properties of the Evolution Championship Series, EVO, the largest fighting game event from Triple Perfect Inc. through a joint venture esports partnership. The co-founders of EVO, Tony and Tom Cannon, will continue to be involved as key advisors to ensure that EVO remains a one-of-a-kind grassroots competitive platform. EVO is returning this year with EVO Online, fully online, this August. It's going to include Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, and Guilty Gear Strive. And
It's a notable omission there.
yeah, so no mention of Smash here whatsoever, but the biz dev said there's going to be other platforms. But, you know, since Sony owns EVO now, you know,
Yeah.
they have they're gonna have every chance to just downplay the Smash Chart tournament. Which, to be fair, I don't follow the Smash. Maybe you guys know better than I do, but I don't follow Smash that much. But it seems like the Smash community is in disarray, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about ultimate disarray, but what's interesting to me is like this is a very different tact that Sony is taking than Nintendo did. I mean, Nintendo has been very adversarial towards its esports scenes, especially over the last year, especially around Smash and Splatoon. I'm interested to see what Sony's plans are for this, like what it means for them. Is it just another showcase for Sony property, or are they interested in developing the event into something even bigger than it is? And I'm also interested to see what happens with Smash. Like, is it going to be part of this? Is because if it's not, like, that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying the meme joke that's coming out of like the business practices of the big three, where it's like Microsoft play anywhere. You can play these games at any platform, and Sony is like, we got esports now, and we're making movies and TV shows, and Nintendo's like, we're gonna kill Mario by the end of the month, like. And we're gonna re-release Skyward Sword, a Wii game, for $10 more later this year, and you're all going to buy it, and we all do. We all do. The Nintendo is a little bit like Apple in a way, in that they just do these, quite frankly, terrible anti-consumer things, and we're just all for it because it's fine,
There's a very high consumer threshold with Nintendo, I think, and with many things to be, like Apple. You mentioned that too. Certainly not specific to software and hardware companies, but it is interesting the things we tolerate and the business practices we tolerate in the name of entertaining ourselves.
Yeah, I didn't need to buy a new iPhone this year because no one was gonna see it, and that's the whole point of getting a new iPhone, right?
Well, that and like the extra 8 camera lenses that they put on.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And it's like I'm not taking any photos of anything outside. And
But think about how much better. Think about how much better
nobody's
Jack
gonna
will
notice
look.
that I have a new iPhone. So it's like, what's the point?
This is true.
I still got one because my old one has like battery life issues.
Oh, if you got an old one, then you need to upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that old. It's like 1 year old. But still,
Oh my god.
it doesn't. It's like, well, when I see battery issues, I say it has 90% battery life compared to 100%.
Oh,
So it's not
Okay.
an issue, but it is. I notice it. It annoys me.
The problem I always have with iPhones is like I get pocket lint in there, and then the adapter won't connect, and it's like impossible to get out. It's like such a weird little thing, but inevitably that's what inspires me to get a new iPhone is laundry lint. Don't act like you haven't been there, Mikhail.
It feels like a very, I don't want to say boomer, but it like when you hear about people complaining about their phones, it's like, oh, it's not like quite as good as the newer one. I want better camera lenses. I want, this feature. I want to be able to connect with my friends using this thing that is for the newer phone. I want the better processor. And you're like, yeah, I get like my pockets are so full of lint that it sticks up the headphone jack and the charging jack and the speaker thing at the top of the screen. I just can't use it.
Literally unusable.
I never have lint. That's so interesting. Wow.
I think it might be because men just have more pockets all the time.
Yeah. I think women's pockets are too small, so you don't even.
Yeah, and like our pockets are huge. Remember, Mike, that one of our first photo shoots for launcher was putting a Nintendo Switch in my jeans.
Yep, a photo of Gene's butt with the Switch Lite. Yep.
Yeah, because I wanted to mimic Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA." But
Which, by the way, I don't think the genius of that composition was ever fully realized and appreciated by anyone.
It was good.
It was great.
The way my
really creative.
Just kind of like lean like this, it was perfect.
It was very boss, very boss.
So, Mikhail, where'd you go? I actually was talking to the Raven, so.
Oh, okay. I'm back at my base now.
Okay.
I have set a lot of the stuff I was. Oh my god, you're being chased.
Yeah,
we got a question from Sunglasses Cats. Are you looking forward to any games or events for a good reason?
Ooh. Any event at all, anything.
Any
in
event
public.
at all.
Yeah. Yes.
Mike, I'd be looking forward to a meeting with you in a meeting room, like an
Yes.
actual meeting room.
Oh, man.
That's the event I'd be looking forward to.
Yeah.
What games am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter Rise coming out very soon.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will be excited about that. There isn't a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a quiet spring. I'm excited about MLB The Show coming out soon. I've always been a big show fan. They put the Stadium Creator in the PS5 edition this year, so I'm excited to check that out. Plus, whenever the show comes out, it means it's spring, and I can go outside and be warm and not bring a coat or a jacket at all. It's always a good sign that comes along with the latest show update. But I'm trying to think what else. Ratchet and Clank's coming in June, right? That'll be a good
Ratchet
PS5
that's
exhibition.
That's about it for PS5.
Yeah.
Pokemon Snap. 30th.
Oh, that's right.
No.
Pokemon Snap. Shannon, did you play Pokemon Snap back in the day?
No, I tried to get the emulator on my PC, but I couldn't get it to work. But I just like
Yeah. I was a teen when I played Pokemon Snap, and I played it with my little sister all the time. It's just the cutest game. It's just like it'd be perfect for virtual reality, you know, or AR even, you know. I'm surprised that they never came out with a Pokemon Snap AR application, considering how well Pokemon Go did, and is still the only like noteworthy AR application globally.
I mean, I say this not having any insider info whatsoever, but isn't there a new Niantic game on the horizon?
Yeah.
This is not a hint of any kind. This is not like I secretly know something, but that is certainly a possibility, right?
They publicly posted a job listing for a new product, but they won't say what it is yet. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're a long way off.
I saw them doing the PR rounds too. I saw some of their one of their diversity managers, like talking to some of my friends on their shows or something. So yeah, Niantic is actually being a little bit loud lately, which is kind of interesting.
One other thing I'm excited for, but it's probably a long ways off, is the PS5 VR. I saw the hand controller reveal today.
Oh yeah. Oh, that looked really cool.
I'm a big fan of those. Those look really neat. To me, it's still all about the headset. They got to get the headset right. They got to figure out what to do with that wire, because like one wire to me is still too many. Like that's where the Quest 2 is just so awesome. It's so light and easy to use, and you don't need to feel tethered, so you can really like flail appropriately when you're playing a horror game or doing some sort of like aerobic workout or something, and not feel like you're gonna mangle yourself or your TV. So yeah, to me that's the next big thing, is like they got to get the headset right. So if they can nail that, I'm pumped for it. I love the adaptive stuff, the adaptive triggers, and the feedback and the controllers looks awesome.
Sunglasses says the world needs another Pokemon Go summer. Wouldn't that be so nice if there was a new type of a new type of like game that would like energize everybody to like go out and meet people and like go to the park all the time.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for Wizards Unite, but
yeah,
that popular. But it's still has like a cult following.
And I actually made a lot of friends like through Pokemon Go, like actual real lasting friendships that still continue through this day. You know,
nice.
Like it's actually pretty incredible. Like that. I don't play the game anymore at all. You know.
Yeah.
But the friendship stayed. You know. So I absolutely would love another reason to be part of a fad again, and just to meet people and then like just have it be that. You know. It's awesome.
Yeah, I remember I was taking, I think, summer finance classes or summer business classes in college, and there's like finance bros, there was like jocks, and there was like nerds like me. But then we were all friends because of Pokemon Go. So
there were people at the Washington Post playing Pokemon Go, and yeah, they would always ask me like where the good hotspots were in like nearby work and everything, and I'm like, we live in DC, dude. Like. It's everywhere, you know.
Didn't they put a hotspot like in the Saudi Arabian embassy?
Yes. Yeah, I worked across from there. The Atlantic offices were across from the Saudi Arabian embassy, and I would take my lunch break and I would just like do a lap around the Kennedy Center, but there was a gym, I think, on the Saudi Arabian embassy. So I would always
I've
Go
attacked
ahead,
the White
Gene.
House gym.
Nice.
The White House gym. That's always fun.
I would always walk like too close to the Saudi Arabian embassy, and I would feel like a bit self-conscious, not for any particular good reason, but just like, do they think I'm doing something weird because I am playing Pokemon Go right next to their embassy, or is this like above board? And
Oh yeah.
still don't know,
ahead.
but
When my friends and I did the Pokemon Go like DC Monument walk during that summer, we got dangerously close to some federal property, and then the Secret Service was like, "Hey, you can't come in here." And then we said, "Oh no, we all had like Pokemon Bulbasaur signs and everything like that." It was like, "No, we're just playing Pokemon Go," and he was like, "Oh yeah, me too." So it was definitely like Lisa Bonos, who's our dating reporter. She had never touched Pokemon before at all. She was not familiar with Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I
She got
remember
into
this. Yeah.
Pokemon Go. Yeah, she got into Pokemon Go. She knows more about Pokemon than I do now. It was a tremendous growth as a Pokemon trainer for Lisa, and I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, that's amazing. I remember walking down like Central Park, or like Times
oh
Square.
god.
There's like everyone's like screaming like, "Oh, I just saw it's like Snorlax.
Mhm.
Let's catch him again." So just all these like crowds of students because it was summertime. So
Yeah, a lot of the tourist kids visiting DC would be playing too, so I would just like hang with them too, like little children.
You're out of wood.
I sure am. That's a bummer.
oh, that's what I've been doing. I went to go get wood.
Oh,
If
nice.
you're wondering where I went.
I have some, which will be enough for me for now. So you are good.
Yeah, I was
You
taking your
pursue
wood. So.
pursue that mission. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can cook for us. I don't know that there is.
So you're gonna make me
How
hungry
important
now,
is
Mikhail.
cooking here, or can you just eat stuff raw and that's okay?
There is. You actually can't eat stuff raw. You can eat, I guess, like berries and stuff like that. You can eat honey if you find it. Mushrooms that you can eat raw. Everything else, any kind of meat, anything that you want to give you a lot of health or to give you some kind of buff, that requires cooking. So there's like a cauldron here in which I can make mead bases. Later in the game, when I get into a different biome, I can start creating sausages, which give you a bunch of health. It all depends on like how big of a boost you really need, and usually the answer is you want as big of a boost as you can possibly get. So as this system expands and as you get access to more and more food, you have to make sure that you have the ingredients, all of the bits and pieces that you need to keep your HP up. So let me actually see with the ingredients I have if there's anything I can craft. I don't think so.
What I like about Valheim is a very like low texture polygon look to it, but it's very very detailed, and there's so much of it going on. It's a very like cool economical way to present a beautiful picture without providing too much detail.
Yeah, I think also like that sparseness in terms of detail, but with the like really lovely lighting effects.
The lighting is incredible.
Yeah,
like,
the lighting's
really
really
well.
Yeah, the lighting is where they put in all the work, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
man, look at the way the shadows look on the ground. Look at the way the light is passing through the leaves. There's some
It does
surprisingly like robust particle effects too. You know.
It does an insane amount of heavy lifting for the game for sure.
Yeah.
Shannon, quick question: do you have raspberries?
I do. Are these strawberries or raspberries? Let's see.
I think they're raspberries.
Yeah, they're raspberries. They look like strawberries. Okay.
They really it's the green thing at the top for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a tree coming down. Whoa!
There's another tree coming down.
Oh, shit. I think that almost rolled over you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does quite a bit of damage.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Shannon,
tree
would you be
cutting
able
is
to
the most
drop me
exciting thing
some
I've seen.
berries?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, this would be good just as a lumberjacking simulator. I think.
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
throw
think
on
if
some
you just play
flannel.
it as just a lumberjack game, it should be
Those are
fine.
all my berries. I don't know how to separate them, so here you go.
Oh. Oh, that's actually perfect. I'm gonna go make us some healing potions,
Oh, cool.
and then I'll come back and give you the rest of the berries that I don't use. I don't need that many. I think I needed like 7.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if there's a way to like give you 10, so I just
The menu never explains this. If you shift click something, that lets you split things up. And also, if you control click something, you can automatically move stuff from your inventory to a chest or whatever menu you're in.
Oh, got it. Okay, yeah.
So, do we want healing or stamina, Shannon? What meat am I cooking up for
Stamina
us?
sounds better.
Okay, I'll get stamina for us to start. The
Yeah.
thing I should eventually do, I've done this on the save I have with my friend. We have multiple of these fermenters going, and so we can cook up poison resistance, frost resistance, whatever we want at a moment's notice. So
Awesome. Yeah, I like how you have all the things planned out on the chest to store things. I just throw them down here and litter.
I am very particular about like where things go in the chest, and the friend that I play with, who's like very good at the game in every other respect, is completely disorganized. So I'll just be like looking at the chest, and they're 2 separate piles of the same thing, or he'll just like open a chest that I'm using for one thing and drop a completely unrelated thing in. And it takes all my energy to like not freak out on him over
It's like
it.
a roommate compatibility thing. That's funny.
Yeah.
Didn't I just do that to you too, though?
We don't have to talk about it. We don't.
Mikhail's other player that he plays with, who is not
Exactly.
Shannon.
That's right.
Like, wait, I just put all my stuff in your bag.
Yeah, on stream right now, I'm like moving things from one chest to another. That's fine. It doesn't matter. It's okay.
Oh, I'm encumbered.
Oh no, are you carrying a lot of stuff? Yeah, you. I mean, you must be.
I'll keep some stones in your stone chest to keep it organized.
I mean, that is, to be clear, this was the... Oh, maybe there was stone in here before. This was the coal chest, but stone is fine. It's fine.
Okay. No, as I remember, you had wood and stone in there. I didn't start that.
That's fine. Okay, then in that case, we are all good.
Cool.
All right, let's... I'm going to finish sorting some stuff, and I think that might be a good place to end it. I think we've thoroughly acquainted our audience with the launcher crew that's represented here. Myself, Shannon, Gene, and Mike. So I'm going to finish sorting some things. Any final thoughts on the news of the day? Valheim? Anything we've discussed on stream? The name of our fans? And so on.
Did we ever get that poll up and running? I thought John might have thrown something up. Do we have any early returns here?
People like Launch Crew.
Nice. Yeah, let's go.
Launch Crew.
That's clearly better than.
We're going to space. You know.
Yeah.
Super launcher galaxy.
Love it. Love it.
Super Launcher Galaxy. Oh my god, sounds like a great.
That'll be the next Mario title. Yeah. And shout out to Elise, who couldn't join us today, but will definitely be on our future streams. She has received the COVID vaccine, so awesome news there. We're another step back towards normal. Super psyched to see everybody
it's
in
just so
person back in
nice
the
to know
office.
somebody who's been vaccinated. Oh my god, like it's just like I don't know when it's gonna happen here, but we don't have to talk about that on stream.
All right, and on that,
my favorite running joke in the Game Grumps is that early on in the coronavirus pandemic, YouTube was demonetizing any video that mentioned coronavirus.
Yeah, that was tough.
Which is so stupid, but I also get it, you know. But also because of that, the Game Grumps had to start referring to the coronavirus as the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, and then like they just stuck with that like description for like the entire year, even when they don't need to do it anymore. So it's just like a long running gag.
That's commitment to the bit. I respect it.
Yeah.
Dedication.
All right. Well, on that happy note, I think we can probably wrap up. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. This game looks fun. I'm definitely gonna download it now.
We should all get into a save at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I don't know if
probably
it has
should.
to be
I'll-
Grev's
I'll give it a
Zone,
shot.
but we should all play together at some point because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Once I get some time to boot it up, I definitely will. Hopefully this weekend.
Sweet.
All right. Well,
But-
thank you so much to the launch crew for watching. I still, in my heart of hearts, prefer launchies, but launch crew it is.
You can be the launchy.
I will be the one launchy. Follow us on Twitter at LauncherWP. Not on Facebook at anywhere. Like and subscribe to the like this video, live stream. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow
Buy our
us
t-shirts.
on launcher.gg. Do we have merch, Mike?
No, not
Are you
yet.
breaking news?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Oh.
All right.
TK news. TK,
We'll-
but
We'll break big news next week.
yes.
Or whenever we stream next. Our plan is to stream Thursdays and possibly Fridays. Is that right, Mike?
That is correct. So we're gonna sort of make this up as we go along and as our schedules dictate. But end of the week streams seem like a strong idea and have strong potential. Just it's a good way to cap off the week, blow off a little
Makes-
steam.
Makes sense
So,
to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't want to give anything too big away, but I think on our next stream we might have a big guest, a guy who really dislikes a red plumber named Mario. That's going to be my veiled hint. Anyways, that's it. Like and subscribe. Follow us everywhere and read launcher.gg. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Read our Valheim coverage.